Hi, Tim here. Let's have a drink from the carton of knowledge as I talk about politics. Firstly, I'm more interested in types of government more than political parties. So, not so much the Conservative Party of England and the Liberals of America, but capitalism of many countries or the communism of China. Capitalism, here in England, where we have a capitalist democracy, like many countries, France, Germany, America, Liechtenstein, they're all on the same principle. But what exactly do these words mean? Well, capitalism is when a profit of a country is controlled by the amount of profit that private owners make on a business. So, if I owned a business and I sell cars, the more cars I sell, the more profit I earn. That thusly goes back into the country, and the countries earn more profit. Democracy. You're more likely to understand that. The ability to have a fair impact on a country as any other person through fair votes. Simple. Most countries make a profit and vote a bit. How hard can it be to remember that? Although did I mention that some countries do not work on that system at all? Communism is something you've probably heard of, where all the money is given to the state and distributed fairly throughout the country. A good example of this was East Germany in the Cold War. When the Berlin Wall came down at the end of the Cold War, many East Germans went into West Germany and saw homeless people. They didn't have that in East Germany. I mean, not many of them, but some. Communism is a solution to this, and in theory, is a great idea. But for it to work, everyone has to be without greed or desire. This means people want to get more than they're fairly offered. This means it doesn't work well. Here's a question. Name a country that's communist. I'll give you a second. How many of you just said Russia? Or the Soviet Union? You're wrong. They aren't. The Soviet Union collapsed in the 1990s, and that meant that this is not an answer. In fact, only 5 countries in the world are still communist. That's Cuba, Laos, China, North Korea, and Vietnam. But what about a dictatorship? What's one of those? It's very similar to a totalitarian state, but I think you may want to look that up yourself. Do communists have to be under a dictatorship? No, they don't really. They just tend to. Under a dictatorship, a leader makes the decisions without the people's opinion. And of course, if they had an opinion, how long would it be before people started to rise up against their leaders? They'd want more and more. And communism doesn't work well with that. Anyway, I hope I enlightened you a bit into more politics, and thanks for watching.